Let's bring in Matthew. Matthew Zeitlin. He is with BuzzFeed, and he is the business correspondent, right, for BuzzFeed. Matthew, good to see you. Happy New Year to you.
You too.
Can those numbers continue? Come on, 26%, 29%, 30, whatever percent. Can those numbers continue into 2014?
Well, one thing we have to look at is that the stock market has been kind of going up, since the depths of the recession, since 2009, 2010. And what happened this year is this is really the year when individual investors, retail investors, really start allocating more of their savings, more of their 401ks, more of their mutual fund investments towards stocks. It's something like more than $160 billion went into stock mutual funds.
So those with jobs set aside more of their income for savings?
For stocks, yes.
For
Less
stocks
bonds,
specifically?
More stocks, absolutely.
And so we just saw the piece about car sales.
Yep.
Now, much of the rise this year, we've heard analysis that this was not really being beneficial to Main Street. You just indicated that there is a segment that is not absolutely true, that there are some people on Main Street who are doing okay.
Well, yeah, but the best time to have bought into the stock market would have been more like in 2010. A lot of the gains that we're going to see through this cycle have already happened. So as often is the case, the retail investors kind of get in right when the gains really start going up. And probably kind of towards the end. I don't know what's going to happen in stocks the next year, but it's kind of unlikely we'll see another 29% gain in the S&P 500.
So the piece just a moment ago, we're talking about nearly $34 billion with a B in sales in December, and that's a lot of economic activity, right?
Yep.
And it's easier for folks, you were telling me, to get a auto loan than a housing loan, home loan.
Yeah, so since the housing boom and the housing crash, it's much harder to get credit to buy a home. You have to have a really high FICO score, really good credit, lots of income, big down payment. With auto loans, it's much easier because cars are much less expensive than houses, and auto loans are paid off in a much shorter time than a home loan. So it's kind of going further down the income ladder, people who are able to buy new cars.
Give me one thing that you're keeping an eye on for 2014.
I think it's whether or not stock gains will be as broadly based as they were in 2013. And so in the Dow, all but one company rose over the year. Lots of companies had double-digit gains, seemingly almost irrespective of how well they were performing. I think the thing to look in 2014 is see more diversity among companies. Some companies performing better, some companies performing worse, some companies even seeing their price fall, which happened to very, very few in 2013.
That's terrific. Matt Zeitlin is with us. He's with BuzzFeed and the business reporter for BuzzFeed. Good to have you here, and Happy New Year.
You too.
Yeah, pleasure. A retail